I'll edit this later. Fuck it. Yo, yo. Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Monday. Just to get this off. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is at YouTube. Cruising Podcast on YouTube, also on Twitch, which is Nice Down Finance Nice Down _ Finance 27. Also, if you need the latest updates or news from the Cruising Podcast, it is at Cruising Podcast on on Instagram, and also at Nice Town Finance on Twitter. I want to start this off by putting out I want to do like a moment of silence for the 9 passengers that passed away yesterday during a helicopter ride with Kobe Bryant and his daughter and many others. Hold on, I think I got their names. Hold on. Okay, so we got Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, Aura Zobayan, Joe Antabelli, Carrie Antabelli, Alyssa Antabelli, and also Christina Moser, and also Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant. All those lost their lives yesterday during a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. And I just want to dedicate this episode to everyone, but especially, as we all know, Kobe Bryant definitely shaped the whole generation of basketball players. So just a quick moment of silence real quick. All right. So I know a lot of people are emotional today. I know a lot of people are emotional today. I know a lot of people were emotional yesterday. Everything's been in and out of my mind for the past 24, almost 36 hours now not even 36, about over 24 hours. Been just on my mind all day. Just it still doesn't feel real that one of the basketball players that I grew up watching, that I grew up emulating, has passed away at a very, very young age. And it just seemed like everything's literally out of nowhere. And to know that he passed away with his daughter with him makes it even more heart-wrenching. Kobe stood for a lot of things, especially on the basketball court, for his intensity, his work ethic. Like, if you think about it, I remember listening to a Jay Williams interview. I think it was Jay Williams. And Jay Williams was talking about how he knew that Kobe went to the gym at 4:00 and got a bunch of shots in. And Jay Williams would showed up at the gym same time, 4:00. I think he just got into the league. And Kobe was like maybe about 5-6 years in. And Jay Williams, he finished his workout and he said Kobe was still there shooting even after he was done with his routine. And they said, before tip off, like hours before tip off, he'll be at the gym shooting, he's getting shots up, doing what he's got to do to get ready for the game. And then, he'll go out and put 40 on your head. Like, basketball to Kobe was everything. And then to know that also he was able to split his focus. He was able to split his focus and still be a father when when a lot of sports athletes that travel literally almost year round when most just, might lose connection with the family aspect. Like, I'm putting food on the table, I'm giving you money, you live in a life that probably I didn't get to live when I was a kid, and he he was able to do that still. He was still able to be a family man. He was still able to be a father. And the reason why he had a helicopter is because he was a father. He never wanted to miss a play or a game of his children. Like, that's why he had a helicopter. And to know that's it, just fuck, man. So today, we've seen a lot of places do a lot of purple and gold. Down 59 here in Houston, there's purple and gold on the overpasses and on 59 downtown. They usually have lights going off, like they had different lights, like during Christmas time, it would be like probably red and green or something bright like that. Today was purple and gold. But let me tell you something. That's how much Kobe touched everyone. Not just, what I mean? Like, Houston has a really big beef against Kobe Bryant. There's a couple of times when Houston looked like that team that's going to win the championship, and Kobe like snatched it away from them. And then there's another time, like Philadelphia had a chance to win a championship, and Kobe and Shaq fucking destroyed that. Like, I grew up as an Allen Iverson fan, and I've always been a Philadelphia fan, but Allen Iverson, I always wanted Iverson to win the title, and Kobe took it away. Kobe in the Lakers, Kobe and Shaq took it away from the Sixers. And for a while there, I truly just disliked them because of that, and then I was like, yo, this is pure greatness. Him and Shaq together, like, you got to appreciate this shit while it's still here. So I became like just more enthralled with watching him play, and like his fade away, man. I've always emulated that fade away. Like, I've always just the sheer mindset to me was just is unmatched by anybody except for Jordan. Literally, except for Jordan, we never seen that mindset like that, where it's literally it's going to sound bad that I say this, but at the one track mind of going after it, and that's almost a serial killer mindset towards playing basketball. Like, I'm going to be the best, not today, right now, this second. I'm going to be better than everyone on the court, no matter how long it's going. Like, hey, I'm going to be the best today. I'm going to be the hardest working this very second. Every second, I'm going to be working harder than you. So you better wake up in the morning and be ready to go, because that's me. Everybody, even teammates had problems keeping up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it did cause a couple problems here and there, but at the end of the day, if everyone had that mindset, we wouldn't have problems in this world. Everybody would achieve everything that they want, but not everyone has that mindset. I remember, and to me, before I remember shit, I also think that he's like the first viral NBA player. This is why to me he's the biggest NBA player almost of all time. Is because he was the first like viral guy. Like, the first video I seen, like one of the first videos I seen on YouTube is Kobe Bryant jumping over a car. A speeding car underneath him, Kobe jumped over it. To me, I think he's like the first viral superstar in the NBA. And I think that's like been underappreciated. Like, that's one of the things that's been underappreciated. Like, he brought like these type of highlights to the forefront. Like, we had all these dunk and crossover highlights, but he was the first guy to like do it like in the moment where he jumped over a fucking car. What? Nobody does that shit, especially at the height of your career, because a lot of shit can go wrong. A lot can go wrong with a speeding fucking car underneath you. And he did it easily, actually. That shit looked way too easy. And then, he had the one-on-one with Bow Wow, where Bow Wow challenged him to a one-on-one game, and all he did literally was back him down the whole game and dunk on him. Like, that was another viral moment. Nobody else had this. Nobody else had this except for Kobe. And then we get to a point where, I know a lot of people, I know a lot of young people probably seen him in his down years, but even in his down, like, he was still carrying the Lakers. Like, we've seen the Lakers look like complete shit his last couple years in the NBA. Yeah, he tore his fucking Achilles and came back the next year, by the way. I know people been throwing up his stats, the 12 defensive, all team defensive, the 18 all NBA, the 5 championships, the 2 finals MVP, the MVP of the league 1 year. I know everybody talks about that. And everybody's been talking about that. But what's not talked about is after his final game, he already had a plan. And it was already mapped out after his career. He already had a plan. Like, literally, I think if I remember correctly, it was the day after his final game as a Laker in Staples Center, by the way. Final game as a Laker. After scoring 60 points, after saying Mamba out, he was already working on the next thing. He was already working on like a children's book. He already had Dear Basketball coming out soon. He had all this other stuff ready to go. And at the end of the day, he was still coaching his daughter how to play basketball. His second act was probably going to be better than his first. Because he was there for his daughter. He was a coach for his daughter. His little Mambas. He was, not only was he a fantastic basketball player, one of the greatest of all times. I'm not gonna put numbers on it or anything like that. This ain't the fucking time or place. But not only was he a fantastic basketball player, not only was he, an innovator and a creator and very smart. They say he knew. I've seen places. I've seen conflicting reports, but he knows like 10 different languages and shit. Like, what? Like, everything he did, everything that he does, everything that he did, everything that he did, he had that singular mindset at, I'm going to be best at it. No matter what, I'm going to work my ass off. No matter what. I might be bad at it right now, but I'm going to be fucking great at it in a couple weeks. Trust me. Like, it didn't matter. But what makes him probably above and beyond one of the greatest basketball players of all time, I mean, one of the greatest people. That's what he was. Like, there's literally a whole NBA fan base crying right now. There's a whole there's NBA locker rooms, emotional. Some of these players probably never met Kobe Bryant, but they were affected by Kobe Bryant. There are probably players that know him very well and were deeply affected by him. LeBron James, literally the night before, passed him on the all-time points list. And Kobe told him congratulations. Literally. People are emotional. Kyrie Irving did not play last night. Do you understand? Kyrie Irving, when he found out the news, left Madison Square Garden and did not play last night. And if everybody doesn't remember, there was a video out where Kyrie literally challenged Kobe to a one-on-one, and he was talking shit. They were talking shit back and forth. I think he said, hey, put 10K on it. First of all, you're rich as fuck. You putting 10K on any type of bet. But they just talking about putting 10K on a one-on-one game, and Kobe just sitting there. Kobe is like, once again, he's at the twilight of his career, and Kyrie's coming into the NBA, just like Jay Williams, but Kyrie's just getting into the NBA. He's like, I want to say this like his second or third year in the NBA. This is the USA team practice. I think it was like the USA team was playing against the select team. And Kyrie was like, yeah, let's play one-on-one. To put 10, and, they was like, put 10K on it. He was like, you just see Kobe going like this. It's easy money. Easy money. Like, just sitting there talking shit. And like, you could tell he was joking, but at the same time, it was like, motherfucker, I'll bust your ass for that 10K. I know it's going towards charity, but I'll still bust your ass for it. Don't get it twisted. I might be laughing I might be laughing out here, but in my insides, I want to fucking murder you in this game. And it's just like, I know people in his beginning of the career, they thought, well, he was cocky. Let's be real. He was one of the best high school basketball talents in the game. He was cocky. He had all the reasons to be cocky. But at the same time, he was able to, in his later years, was able to mature enough to where, all right, man, I know everybody's not going to work as hard as me. I know this for a fact. No one's going to work as hard as me. You can tell me that you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but did you continue to do it till 8, 10 o'clock? No, you didn't. And then go on a helicopter and take my daughter to school, pick my daughter up from the school, teach her how to play basketball, then go out and play and put 60 up on you? No, you didn't do that. So you ain't going to work as hard as me. But at the same time, it just seemed like he was more giving out wisdom to people because he was a very smart man. He was very smart at basketball. And you can see that's why it's affecting this younger generation of talent, especially like LeBron. Well, I know LeBron's probably like, what, 5 years younger than him? Not that much younger, but there's younger, like probably like Zion and Trae Young. Trae Young, for a big example, Trae Young was deeply affected by this. DeMar DeRozan, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, all these guys, like those guys are from actual LA. Those guys are from LA. They embody LA. And I can't understand the feeling that whole city has right now. I can't understand it. I will never understand. The only time I will understand it, I won't even say when, but the only time Philadelphia will understand it, we know, us as Philadelphians know when we will understand that feeling. But and Chicago and Chicago definitely, places like that will all understand what we feel. What LA feels. And it sucks. It's a sucky feeling. And what hurts me more is that he was with his daughter at the time. And all those people were with their families, their daughters at the time. All those people were with their those families were together. And it has to be heart-wrenching. Every picture I see of all these people together, then you see the pictures of Kobe and Gigi together, or Gianna watching games and, having fun talking, they're doing little secret handshakes and shit like that on the sideline. And you sit down and you watch it, and it's just like, this is real. A father not only lost his life, but his daughter lost his life all at the same time. And it hurt me to see those pictures. I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent at all, but I feel for every parent. I know every parent that was next to their kids seeing this were holding them tight. And you just hope and try to take solace in the fact that I hope that he was able to comfort her before, what happened. I'm hoping that I know he, for a fact, all those parents were trying to protect their children as much as they could during that situation. And that's what hurts me the most about seeing this, about this whole thing. And I really hope and pray and I don't know what other words to say, but I really hope that they are at peace. That whatever pain or anything is not there. It hurt me to see this. It hurt me. It still hurts. Not just then, just now. Even now, it's hurting me to say these things. Like, I grew up in 96 draft. The 96 draft, the first pick overall. Is it Tim Duncan? 96. I think it was Tim Duncan. Hold on. I remember where I was watching Kobe dismantle the Sixers. I remember where I was watching his final game. He almost missed work that day. And I remember him being drafted and being traded for Vlade Divac from the Lakers he was a Charlotte Hornet, and then he got traded to the Lakers, literally a draft day trade. I remember this. I remember it all that came back flooding back. Hold on, 96 draft. That's first thing comes up. NBA 96 draft. I forgot. Oh, Iverson was the number 1 pick. There we go. Okay, cool. I was right. I remember in that draft watching Allen Iverson get picked up for the 76ers from Georgetown. I think the argument was between him, Stephon Marbury, and Chauncey Billups. Right? Wasn't Chauncey Billups, it was somebody else then. Was it Ray Allen? I don't know. Fuck it. It doesn't matter at this point. I remember watching 96 draft though. I remember seeing the light. I was so happy that Iverson was a Sixer. And I would have never thought that the two people that shaped not just my game in basketball, but my mentality towards basketball, my mentality really towards life, would both be in the same fucking draft, would both be generational talents, will both be literally generational human beings from those, like the work ethic and the pain and sweat and tears that both of them went through, Iverson and Kobe. I would have never thought growing up, I would have never thought that those two would have been the dudes from that draft. And those two were the guys from that draft that showed us tenacity, the single-mindedness of trying to win every single game, every single possession, every single dribble. I would have never thought I've seen that from those two. And we got to see that for 20 years in a Lakers uniform. And like I said before, I know I had a very big disdain for Kobe. I had a huge disdain for Kobe because of that finals, but I had to appreciate greatness when it was there. Like just like with Jordan, probably everybody in the 80s with Magic and Larry and Jordan coming up and shit, and we all had generational talents that we've seen, and probably today everybody with LeBron. We've had it. Every generation, every time there's a passing of the torch, we some people fail to appreciate it in the moment, and I got to appreciate Kobe in the moment, and to know his second act I was even more appreciative of his second act than his first, and it's amazing. It was amazing to be a part of, not be a part of, but to witness. That's the word I was looking for. To witness, and I'm very sad that we don't get to see that. And I'm also sad for all the young girls that just don't get to grow up and do whatever they love to do. And it's just the thought of it. Like it hurt. It truly hurts. So also it was weird. I mean, eerie for me too, is that I was watching a Kobe highlight literally the night before. I was watching Kobe highlights on the treadmill and on a bike the night before all this happened. And I was sitting in Dunkin' Donuts when I found out. While uploading a podcast. That shit's fucking, everything it was just not a good weekend. It was not a good weekend. And all I can say now is that the pickup games in heaven are probably intense as fuck now, though. Let's be real. Those games must be good as shit. Those games must be good as shit. Goodness gracious. That's crazy. Yeah, Commissioner Stern passed away a couple of weeks ago too. So, which is saddening all in itself. But man, I'm just fuck, man. I can't even bring light to this shit. I'm trying to, but I can't. There's no light to it. There's no light to it. And people are trying, and I'm not going to shed the negative shit I've been reading either, because a lot of people are pieces of shit and don't understand the situation. That not only a man lost his life, but his daughter also lost his life with him. You don't know that feeling. People don't know that feeling. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. That's something I would never wish. That what? And his, he's got a whole family home. So some people are trying to profit off of the negativity that happened during Kobe's career, and for that, you were a piece of shit, a real dumpster fire of shit. So, but once again, 5 titles, 12 all defensive teams, 12 of those, by the way, 18 all NBA. 18. Listen, he's a guard. 18 all NBA. That means he was the top 15 player. I think it was top. I think it used to be only 2 teams back in the day. No. 18 times he was the top 15 player in NBA. 18 times. You will be missed, Kobe. By not just me, not just by millions, probably billions. Literally. And not just because they were fans of the Lakers or they were fans of NBA. They were a fan of you as a human being. You as the human being. People became fans of you because of that. I became even more of a fan because of that. I hope that at some point in my life I have children and I go by that example that you set, and also my brothers and other people around me. But you, seriously, you set a huge mark for what parents are supposed to do, what men are supposed to be as fathers. You set that example perfectly. And I can only hope to replicate that, or, what I'm saying, like, even come close. So with that, I want to say thank you for listening to the Cruising Podcast. If you if you enjoyed Kobe's career like I enjoyed Kobe's career, I'm a huge basketball fanatic. Everything you can put. I love the sport as a whole, and for him to be one of my favorite players from this sport is a big thing. There's thousands upon thousands of players in this league, and there's only 2 that really have stood out in my heart as a fan. There's only really 2 or maybe even 3 that stood out, and Kobe, Iverson. I don't even know who else. You know what I'm saying? Like, those 2 are the biggest standouts in my life. So I want to thank you guys for listening. I hope that, you if you are grieving, I hope that you understand that I don't know what you can understand. I can't understand shit. I don't know what to feel. I didn't know, even if you didn't know him personally, he affected people, not even knowing him personally. And I want to say, I really hope for the families, for all the families that were involved, I really hope that they find some type of healing and through their grieving. And I really do hope that they fuck, man, I can't even put words together right now, but I really hope they find healing in the grieving process and continue on, So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening to Cruising Podcast. I know this was a sad one, and I was supposed to have movies and TV today, but Kobe Bryant. I'm talking. I'm. If you've seen my podcast before, you know how much of a fan I've been of his, and like I can tell you stats right off the head. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening to the Cruising Podcast. Where you find the Cruising Podcast, once again, it's on YouTube, Twitch normally, probably Twitch on Wednesday. Trying to think what else. Fuck. Oh, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, all that cool stuff. And also where you can find updates of the Cruising Podcast is at Cruising Podcast at Cruising Podcast on Instagram. Also at Nicetown Finest on Twitter. And then also follow the group at Cruising Podcast on Facebook. Shit, man, I haven't really talked about that one. Yeah, come to Facebook. I got a group on there too. Every post literally you see from Instagram probably goes there too. But whatever, is what it is. But with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening to Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and y'all have a beautiful night. Heal, 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 heal. Heal your mind, heal your body, heal your spirit. Now I'll catch you guys on Wednesday for movies, TV, probably anime and video games too, because I'm putting everything into one episode. Because today, this episode's for Kobe and his family and all the families whose families passed away. So with that, thank you guys so much for listening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Catch you guys on Wednesday. Mamba out.